Hey, Scruffy. So you confused by the other door that's open? So I just opened the other door about an hour ago because it was too hot. And I saw Scruffy was waiting at the other door when I was getting ready to do dinner. So I think he got confused. Ow. You're jumpy. It's just the door. Okay. So I have your mini pate with real chicken and tuna, and kibble and earth. And you're ready to go, huh? Okay, so let me put the food on the table and try to get the glove on from over here. Okay. So I'm a little bit on the later side tonight. So I might actually be a little late for dinner tonight. Yeah, it's a purr. A little raspy meow. I should be late more often, huh? So, yeah, it actually cooled down today. So, the last 2 days have been basically the peak of a heat wave. Today was maybe 20 degrees cooler. Still warm though, but that's just how hot it got the previous couple days. But today was actually kind of nice. So the temperature was reasonable, and then we actually got clouds today, so that helps, I think, keep the feel of the heat down. It was still warm, and then the house is like really hot because of the heat from the previous days. So there's like a little burr, it's in the back of his neck, and I think I put that there. It was on the glove, and I think I got stuck to his fur. So I'm trying to get that burr off of him, but it's not cooperating. So anyway, I went for a run this late afternoon, which is one of the reasons I'm kind of late. So even though it was cooler, it was still very warm, so I was actually waiting for it to cool down. So I left for my run kind of late, hoping that the temperature would cool down a bit. And it actually did, because since the clouds were in play today, it kind of kept the sun from bearing down on me, so it did feel cooler. Coming up. So he uses his claws though. So I was trying to stroke his chest when he does that, but since he digs into the glove, I can't really move. And I was due for a long run today, so I wanted to do a long run today. So it's another reason I'm kind of on the late side tonight, since I left late and I had a long run to do. And then, my run actually wasn't that good, so I was slow on my run today. So it wasn't as not even close to last time. Not sure why. So today I used the new shoes that I'm trying to break in, so that could have been a factor. They haven't been fully broken in yet. And yeah, my feet were kind of bothering me a little bit during the run. But yeah, I had trouble getting into a rhythm. And then yeah, my iPod was giving me playback problems, so I was fiddling with it a lot. So I was actually stopping to try to reset the stupid thing. So it got stuck into shuffle mode. So it just started randomly playing things instead of going to the next item in the playlist. And I think it's because the circuitry is all messed up on this iPod. I probably need to buy a new one, but the problem is, yeah, it's I bought the iPod used on eBay, and I bought a particular old iPod Nano because basically I just wanted to play music and audiobooks and podcasts. I don't need video, I don't need pictures, but and I want it small and light, but I also want enough storage that I can put my stuff on without having to think about running out of storage. So there's basically only one iPod Nano that really kind of fits the bill. Because if you go too old, yeah, they don't have enough storage. And if you go newer, they all have fancy screens because they can do video, which I don't care about. And I don't need to pay extra for a video I'm not going to use. So one of the problems is, yeah, I mean, these things are so old now that you have to buy them used, and the ones that are around, generally the batteries are dead. So you either need to replace the battery yourself, or you need to buy a used one where the battery has been replaced and pay extra for the fact that they replaced it. And I looked into replacing the battery myself, and it looked like a big pain in the butt. So last time around I bought a used one where the person had already replaced the battery with a new one. Unfortunately, yeah, the one that I bought wasn't in great shape. It was you could tell that the place where you plug in the pins, it looked like it had been a little damaged, but it worked, and it worked fine for, I'd say, the first month or two, and then yeah, the whole thing just started deteriorating. And so I started having problems with the click wheel responding, so I couldn't get it to do anything. And I was treating it, basically I was trying to clean it using rubbing alcohol, and it actually made things worse, I think. Eventually I got it into a state where it's semi-okay and usable, but it's not great. And then suddenly the screen started developing artifacts, and I couldn't see much on the screen, but since I only use it to find the playlist or whatever, it doesn't need to be great. I just need to be able to see enough that I can pick the correct thing. But then the backlight stopped turning on, so I can't actually see anything unless like the lighting condition is just perfect, and when I'm outside, the lighting condition is almost always terrible. Okay, I think Scruffy's ready. I think Scruffy's been ready for a while. Because yeah, he came to the other door looking for food. Okay, let's get your food. So yeah, so anyway, another random problem I get is it starts shuffling the songs kind of randomly sometimes. And there doesn't seem to be any trigger. It just kind of does it. It doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. And so today it happened. And I was fiddling with it, trying to get it to stop, and couldn't get it to stop, so I just gave up, kept going, just found a different thing. That was a little bit longer, so the random shuffling wouldn't bug me as much. And then it started working normally again, just randomly. Backlight's still busted though, but that's never probably going to work again. So it comes on when I plug it in, but I think after I unplug it, then the backlight just never turns back on. So part of me wants to buy a new one, but there's a risk that I just buy another one and it's just as bad or worse. And these things are getting older and older, so I'm thinking about maybe just trying to find a competing model that's brand new, but I haven't found one that really fits the bill because they're too. So a lot of them, so the whole market's kind of died because everyone has a phone now that can play, double as your music player, and I don't need that. I just want a really small, light device that can, keep on me running. I don't need a lot of frills, and so the other problem is, a lot of them have a lot of frills, even the ones that are still on the market. So I don't really want any of those frills. And then the usability is like another issue. So one thing Apple really got right was the click wheel, or even the scroll wheel. Just that whole scrolling circular wheel is just. It was genius in its simplicity. And unfortunately, Apple patented it, so nobody else could do it. I heard the patent finally expired, so I don't know if anyone in the market has offered anything. Though I'm not sure if it's Apple may have patented the different incarnations of it, so only maybe the first generation one might be free from the patent. I didn't look into it. So anyway, let's see. I saw Scruffy, I think, sleeping on the table this morning behind the sun oven. And then he got off pretty quickly after. And then, let's see. Didn't see him back on the table till, I think, actually later this afternoon he was back on the table. So he didn't stay off the table as much as he has been in the previous couple days. Maybe it's because it's cooler today. When I came up for lunch, it was actually still kind of warm. Hey, Scruffy. But it wasn't nearly as bad as yesterday. So I brought out the water. He was behind on the other side of the table again. And today I decided to hold my ground and see if he'd come with me squatting next to the water. And I had to sit there for a couple minutes, I think. It looked like he was going to try to wait me out. I actually almost buckled and went in, and then he finally caved, and he came for the water. I was actually bracing myself using my hand on the big table so I wouldn't sway, because I noticed he was freaking out by my swaying the last time I did this. So by holding the table, I was able to keep my balance a little bit better. So he took a reasonably long drink of water, but it wasn't a full drink of water, so after a certain point he stopped drinking and then turned around and walked away, and was waiting for me to leave again so he could finish his drink. So I did that, and then I went back in, closed the blinds, and then after it looked like I had disappeared, he came back to the water bowl, and I saw him from the kitchen window taking a big long drink. So since it's not as hot today, but it's still hot enough that the house is uncomfortable, I decided to open some windows and the doors. And as I mentioned, Scruffy found the other door right before dinner. Since I was running late today, I think maybe he got impatient waiting me here, and he might have investigated the other door just to see if I was over there. And I was actually walking by to come here, and he saw me. And so I told him, sorry I'm late. I want to get your dinner now. I bumped the gray mat. I think you heard that. He's really jumpy. So I think tonight, I'm going to keep the door open and the windows open for a while. So I think Scruffy's probably going to be meowing at me again. But yeah, tonight, I don't know if I'm going to feed him. I think I'm feeding him too much. So I think the weather is actually supposed to continue cooling, so yeah, it's very odd weather we're having. So if it actually does continue to cool down, it actually looks like in a few days it's actually going to go back to early spring temperatures. So it actually might be a little cold, which is really strange weather we're having. But yeah, I prefer the cold over the heat waves. Okay, I'm gonna move the bars. And there's a bunch of kibble underneath pate smears. Yeah, Scruffy did not do a good job. It's actually kind of interesting. He, avoids me in the day, but then he sits near the door and the windows at night if I leave them open. So I saw a lot of lizards today. Not sure why. And saw a lot of squirrels today. One was actually chirping as I was running by. Scruffy should go to that park. A lot of squirrels to eat. Okay, looks Scruffy's at it. He's probably heading over to the other door now. Yeah, he might be going to the other door. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.